off as possible, but look, possession happening. Benkoff is gonna get on out of there, and so that was not the best use possible, and Arborist is gonna take a lot of heat for it. Look at that double Goomba Stomp, and Benoff is gonna maybe go down. No, not gonna happen. Uncle Ruckus and Benoff are gonna be trying to apply some more counter pressure. Blood Shield could go down any second. Maybe an M1 strike onto Arborist could be, one of his final blows. No, that's not going to happen. A good trance of the mace. Will he kill Arborist? One more M1. What are you doing trying to heal off in the corner? You could have killed Arborist. He was so low. Corpse explosion. Benoff is going to maybe go down. One more hit. No, he's still alive. How is this possible? Obregon still trying to survive against Uncle Ruckus, and it looks like, that is it. Punted into the afterlife. And wow, almost a turnaround from the Warm team. That is a 3-0 right there. Obregon playing really solid. Arborist just could not be killed. Benoff, use a little bit more damage. Spectro Strike, you used it once the whole time I was watching you. What are you doing? Oi, oi, oi.
I know, dude. That was that was what we talked about earlier, dude. He was under a lot of pressure. He's a healer. He's gonna spam heals. He's like, dear God, I've got to heal for as much as I possibly can right now.
One hit.
So, yeah, dude, one hit. But sometimes you get locked in this mindset of like, I have to heal or I'm gonna die. And you just don't happen to notice that. Oh, my Spectral Strike does 25 damage. He's probably got like 15 right now. If I were to just throw that out there, I'd kill him and I could just heal up scot-free. But you're under a lot of pressure. You're just like, you get locked in there, and you're just like, heal, 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 and hope to God that my teammate comes back and peels for me. And this didn't happen there. Uncle decided to get onto Obregon, try and put some pressure on him so that Arborist, wasn't getting the heals that he needed to stay alive. But it just didn't work out in the end there. That was such a pity, such a pity.
Dude, and that, you know what? I want to point out something. Something that top teams do is that, you see SK Gaming, even when they're low, Jackasm will be like, you know what? In this situation, if I don't go and play offensive, we're dead. I'm low, but you know what? I'm a Spearmaster. I'm going to rely on my abilities to try and do as much damage, try and get that counter pressure off, and kill the opposing team. And you know what? It pays off sometimes. And not every time, because they made some mistakes in the beginning, and, you have so much of a deficit, and you can only work around so much. But right there, they don't panic. SK Gaming, that's why they are the top. They always think about what they're going to do next, how they can apply the counter pressure, what the optimal thing to do is. In this case that we just saw in the last 2v2, that Spectro Strike, use it more often. That's going to reduce the damage from Arborist. It's going to slow him. And, that way you're going to also apply counter pressure, and he's going to think, oh, shoot, I'm getting low, or, oh, crap, I'm dead. Because he's just losing health. He can't
it should
be
be used on cooldown.
Yeah,
a good Astro will get that out on cooldown.
Yeah, and like Uncle Ruckus, he was doing a lot of damage to the Blood Priest. The Blood Priest was trying to just maintain himself, so it was just pretty much Arborist versus, or a Ravener versus an Astronomer, and Astronomer probably should win that because Astronomers do have that kind of burst damage that can deal with the melee pressure.
Yeah, and getting that, I'm probably going to get the black screen of death here, but, getting that debuff is so key from that Spectral Strike. You get those 4 stacks, and you just lay that debuff on them, 33%, I believe it's 33% reduced damage coming at you.
And reduced movement speed as well.
Already, he could have used a global, put that debuff on there, and he would have been in such a better position to heal up because, Arborist is hitting him, but he's not hitting him as hard. So he's going to be ahead in that race. And on top of that, Arborist would have probably went down to boot because he was so low that he probably could have just won that M1 war straight up. Put that Spectral Strike out there, 25 damage, and if he's just got like a sliver of health left, boom, one more M1 finishes him off. But instead, he got locked into just healing. These things happen. It just comes from experience. It comes from playing more and getting to know these situations, these high pressure situations. And you can't discount the fact that was a quarterfinals, dude. This guy, in a tournament, it completely changes everything. It completely changes your state of mind. There's so much more pressure going on. It's not ladder game. It's not a pub. It's an attorney, and it's for prizes. So you're out there and you want to win. So there's so much more pressure on you to perform. And these guys, we haven't seen them that much in there. Arborist and Obregon, these guys are running tourneys weekly. They know it. They're familiar with it. They're familiar with those situations, and they know how to react. Maybe it was just a question of experience. Get a couple more weeks and play as a team, play a bit more, just get used to these situations, and maybe we'll see them at the top in the finals next time, It's just they got to the quarters, so already that is a great showing.
Yeah, no, that is, a pretty good showing. I'll definitely agree with you, and I have seen their names around before, so, they're not bad players, but yeah, like we were saying, sometimes you just don't do the right thing. And, as commentators, it's very easy to just be like, come on, do that. It's like so simple right there in front of you.
Sure. From our point of view, it's simple.
Yeah.
But, of course, that's what I'm saying.
Once you're in the
there's
player's
so much
seat.
Pressure. Yeah, once you're in there and actually playing, it completely changes the whole dynamic of how you're thinking. You're just like, oh yeah, this should be easy, but why is it not? Oh my god,
Yeah, and you're like, your field of view is different because, you got like fog elements as well as you don't have the top-down view, and, you're limited sight as well as, you have to hit everything, and you're thinking about all the mistakes that you did, and nice moonstone to ice arrow, fire arrow coming out, and it looks like Blake, not going to be taking a whole lot of damage, but here we go, counter pressure from the astronomer. Munchie Bro just knows that, once he uses his Spectro Strike that has all the charges on it, did you see that play right there? He knew that moonstone was coming down, he threw out the clarity, but it's not going to be enough, as it looks like Hammer Space going to be laying down the pressure, and it looks like George just barely able to get on out. I don't think it's going to be enough, because look at this, Munchie Bro is just going to use his Lighthouse fully onto the Alchemist. I don't care if you have, a deadly injection, that's not going to get triggered in time on the Astronomer to reduce it. I don't care if you have a barrier, that is going to absolutely lay into your health pool. And so great play by Munchie and Hammer. Munchie getting out once the Ravener went in. He got that in one strike off. It was like, okay, Ravener's spinning. He has no outs. I'm going to let Hammer Space take care of him. Multi-shot. And then Munchie Bro got onto Jord, and, they were able to take the Alchemist out, which is huge in this lineup, 2v2.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. It's just solid team play coming out of these guys. They know exactly what they have to do in each matchup, in each situation, and this is what we're always talking about, but here we're seeing it in action, and look at this, nice Moonstone on there. Munchie Bro and Hammerspace both getting onto Blake Laws. Nice sleep from Jord to stop the pressure from Hammerspace, and there it is, Goomba stop onto Munchie Bro. Trance is down, and he does not get that Moonstone. He is not happy about that. He needs to get a space out of there right away. He does decide to let that Spectral Strike, and that is what we're talking about. Always get that Spectral Strike debuff on there. But no, Moonburst gets reflected into his face. This is such a bad situation for Munchie Bro. Jord, we need you with an instant injection, man. Get that burst out there. Munchie Bro's so close to death, but he did EX Space, so Space is back up to get out of there. Trance gets activated, and he's just kiting for all he is worth right now. He just needs to stay alive. Blake getting super aggressive and maybe a bit too aggressive, gets in there, leaves his healer behind, but Jord with the clutch, deadly injection onto Munchie Bro, this could be it! No, EX heal comes out, but in the meantime, his healer, his Seeker had gone down, and man, these guys so close. That was a complete turnaround. It was still so close though, man. 586 damage out of Blake. He did everything right that round. I don't see any way he messed up.
Dude, Blake, he reflected some of the Seeker's abilities, which is actually sort of why they won. Lightning Arrow reflected, Fire Arrow reflected, Moonburst reflected
did
twice.
Everything right. Like, straight up baller.
Boom. Yeah, like, that's, like, a whole point of, like, Ravener's gameplay is to just turn the tides. Like, if you have a big nuker, like a Shadow Bolt or an Execute or a Fire Arrow, like, if you reflect that back, that's going to turn the tides of war. And, great Mace Stun to counter the Blitz. And it looks like Hammerspace not going to get that illusion. It looks like now a little bit of pressure is coming out. Munchie Bro playing really defensive. Here we go. Lightning Arrow, also M1. That's going to be super slow. Blake Law isn't going to be able to get anything off. And look at that, he just uses his Goomba Stomp, trying to get some damage onto Munchie Bro, but look at this, Jord hasn't been really throwing any deadly injections out. Looks like the goo is going to be coming in pretty soon. Let's see if Munchie Bro does try and follow up on Blake Law. Here it is, no, missed Goomba Stomp, and activated the trance, and Munchie Bro is going to get out of that double ultimate. So not a good setup right there, and that is going to be the demise of the Cold team. Good, play by Munchie Bro and Hammerspace, working very well together, getting the CCs off in those early rounds and then switching targets. Munchie Bro always using his Spectro Strike to slow down and reduce the damage from Blake. And you can see right there, it paid off. Look at all the damage he did. Max
damage, 600 damage overall done from Spectral Strike. That is how an Astro should be played.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Exactly. And you know what? You also have tons of protection. Like, he did a lot of protection as well. I mean, he used Aurora, he used his EX Space, and, Solar Charge for that protection. He was using it at the right time, and I think it was almost triggered every time. pretty much in those rounds, and you cannot
Yeah, in
do
those
that.
last rounds there, you cannot proc that trance. That's just it's game changing. Really, it gives Astra so many outs. He's just able to kite all day, pretty much.
Yeah,
Nothing you
40%
can do about
increase
it.
in speed, and it gives him all of his solar charges, or his... Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I forgot what they were called exactly. But 2-2, Arborist and Obregon versus Hafu and Yao K-Bud. Wow, this is going to be pretty exciting. Let's see where this action is going to take us. Sorry, I'm not going to update the overlays. Yao K-Bud is going to be playing the Stalker, and look at this, Hafu going to try and play on the Astronomer, and look at that corpse explosion coming out. Hafu in a lot of trouble. Arborist getting on that Nomad. Can he be able to do it? Hafu trying to heal up a little bit. Yao K-Bud using the EX cloak to try and stay in Viz, trying to get any damage off whatsoever. Not going to happen. Too much damage. Arborist with that Nomad completely shutting out the Astronomer and pushing away his enemies. Great job right there. GGs do come out, and it looks like Boobragon, which is Arborist and Obregon, are going to be heading to the Grand Finals. And as I say that, let me get to the Grand Finals game.
Yeah, quick, get in here, dude.
All right. Observe. Oh, shoot. Missed the button. Yes. Haha.
Yeah.
In before tons of observer spam.
Yeah, 39. It's just going up and up and up. Everybody is getting in here.
Dude, nice. I like to see that. Hopefully I can... oh, well, Weed and Unicorns is still on the overlays, so that's good.
That's good. Boobragon, though.
Yeah, Boobragon. All right. Let's see if I can even have enough time. Similar, do a little bit of filler as I update the title layers and do a Bloodgate shout-out here.
I'm just going to do some mad shout-outs to Arborist for being such a nerd baller. Dude, so good. So cool. Great guy to chill with and get the pubs in. You know, he's still doing those BL Gaming in-house pubs. You know, this guy, every once in a while, he gets bored, he just throws them up there, and you can be guaranteed that a lot of the top players in the game at the time, you know, who are logged in, are going to see that and just, like, drop everything and get in there. So, you know, mad respect to this guy for trying to keep that, you know, in-house pub quality going. And, you know, just Obregon, you know, dude, straight up nerd baller, dude. He's got so much, just, you know, so much respect for him for playing Blood Priest at the level that he is playing it at. I mean, to be playing Blood Priest and getting into the Grand Finals like this on a class that is, you know, arguably the weakest healer in the game. Obregon's going to hate me for saying that. But, you know, it is. It's just a risk reward, and you know, if you whiff some things, he's really punishable and not as safe as, say, you know, Alk or Pomp. You know, which is why you see so many Alks and Pomps running around in the ladders and in the tournaments. So, oh man, it looks like I'm gonna get the black screen of death again to start this off. Cast, are you in there? Do you see it?
I probably am gonna get the black screen of death. Yes, I did as well.
Oh man!
But at least this tournament is not gonna be on Bako's grave.
Yes, I know, dude. Seriously. I'm so glad that is not happening again.
Alright, so we got the black screen bug. It's an observer bug. We can't do anything about it. It's not on our end. Stunlock is definitely aware of the issue. Don't worry. I've complained to all the developers on Skype many times, and they are like, yeah, Cast. Alright, we got it. There's a problem, and we'll address it when the next patch. But speaking of that, you know, I guess we'll talk about that later. This is the Grand Finals for the 2v2 US Open in-game tournament hosted by Stunlock Studios. Of course, it's in-game. It's going to be hosted by Stunlock Studios. And this is going to be the first round. Weed and Unicorns on the warm team. Boobragon, which is Obregon and Arborist, on the cold team. And right now, it seems like whoever has the Astronomer on their side is doing quite nicely. And no, wait, Astronomer, I think Astronomer just died. Wait a minute. What just happened? Alright, we'll have to guess. You can only guess so much by sounds because, you know, Astronomer can be on a roll and then his teammate died. And you never know.
You never know what's going on if you're blind, man.
Arborist changes up who he plays. And, okay, so Arborist and Obregon, I was right. The Astronomer did die. That was his death cry there at the end, are going to be taking one round. Let's see how they play against the Seeker. A lot of people are saying Seeker is very strong, and we'll just have to see in this 2v2 how Arborist and Obregon deal with it. So, Similar, take it away, buddy.
Oh man, our Hammer Space forced to use all of his outs already. He is highly punishable right now, and Obregon doing a good job of landing some Orbs of Darkness onto him, getting that damage out there. They're not going to let him put as much pressure out this time, and EX Insects comes out. Hammer Space and Munchie Bro both in tough situation right now. Nice chain CC onto Arborist, though, to try and relieve some of that damage, but this is not good. Hammer Space, Corpse Explosion comes out onto a bad burst, and he does go down. That is insane coordination coming out of Obregon and Arborist. Great job by these guys. They totally deserve that round and a great turnaround. This is what I love to see, man. Finals 1-1, so close. It's just going any which way. You don't know who is going to come out on top. It's going to come down to the slightest mistake. Those are the games that we love, man. We love to watch. We love to commentate. And I'm sure you viewers out there love to see. But yeah, dude, Munchie Bro just kind of dodging for all he's worth right now. But this is just a matter of time. And Obregon with the insects and the Orb of Darkness going to drop him down into the dying light. Lol.
Oh my goodness.
See what I did there? See
Dude,
what I did?
I see what you did, but I failed on the stream because I had the black screen bug thing up, and it was taking up some of the screen. But hopefully you could have seen through some of that lettering, just make you guys appreciate.
Oh, you fail so much.
Dude,
I just got like green whispers saying, take it off the screen.
Take it off the screen. I know, dude. I'm bad. I'm bad. So ignore whispers are on. Sorry, I can't see any of that. And look at this. Arbor is trying to be aggressive, and he's going to do the spinning strike. A good CC. Moonburst is onto him right now. He's just going to have to get a blood shield. Obregon is going to be very vulnerable. Nice possession right there. He's going to space back out. But look at that. Munchie Bro, knowing a crude strike was coming, did transit. And Obregon now is going to be the object of hate. Looks like Corpse Explosion is going to come out. That is going to do a bit of damage. And look at that. Obregon still, he didn't get any healing because he used possession and did not take the healing buff from that Corpse Explosion onto himself. He was trying to just guarantee one of the hits. Arborist is going to be the only one up. Good CC right here onto Obregon. And oh my goodness, I think Hammer Space is just going to be okay right now. I thought something was coming his way. I apologize. Got excited for nothing. Good possession right there. And Obregon is just going to get on out. As it looks like Arborist one hit onto Munchie Bro. You see that combo as it looks like Hammer Space did take out Obregon in the meantime. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a melee madness versus Seeker, which is
mad mind games coming, man.
Dude, there's going to be some mad mind games coming out soon. It's all depending on when Arborist wants to go in. He's trying to think about going in. Crude Strike also used as well as space. Oh, look at that. He faked the mace stun. And oh no, the ice arrow. GG into Fire Arrow combo. Not going to happen. No 3-0 hat trick shutout. And wow, faking the mace stun, illusion was used, and then Arborist is like, I got him now, buddy. And then he's like, Ice Arrow, get caught on the corner. GG, Fire Arrow right in the back. So it was nice play.
Yeah, dude. Way to use an EX. He had all the time in the world to guarantee that kill. That was such perfect execution by him. And that's what we're talking about mind games. He showed Arborist that, oh, I'm weak, come and get me. Arborist took the bait, hook, line, and sinker, and completely paid for it. That was some great play out of Hammer Space. This could be the change of momentum that they need to pull a win here. And Arborist going to go ahead and space in there on the Munchie Bro. Goes and activates that trance. The Obregon, center of all the damage there, gets down to 70% HP, forced to heal up, and as a Blood Priest, that is the last thing you want. You do not want to be forced into that situation where you have to spam M2. Nice space out of Munchie Bro, though, to avoid that Corpse Explosion. He is sitting on a full ulti bar. Are we going to see it come out soon? Hammer Space with his. It's already been used. Fire Arrow onto Obregon. So much damage coming out. And is Obregon going to drop? No, he is not. Hammer Space does barely manage to get CC'd by Arborist. Arborist is sitting with the Goomba Stomp, and it goes on to Hammer Space. This could be it. He is one hit from death, but Illusion gets procced. Great heals by Munchie Bro to keep him alive. Arborist is in such a tight situation right now, though. He is max healed, and this is back to a standoff. Obregon, wow. Being ballsy, goes in with the EX Spear. Is he going to pay for it? No, gets the possession off, gets back out of there, just gets some of that meter that he desperately needs right now. But Arborist may get bursted by Munchie Bro. No, he manages to spin out and does not get... But there it is! EX Spectral Strike, is it going to be it? Arborist so close, Hammer Space needs to come in, and he does! Frost Arrow, Fire Arrow onto Obregon. Great use of CC to guarantee that kill by Hammer Space, and straight up nerd ballin', man. This is insane.
Yeah, boy. Oh my goodness, dude. We are about to I'm about to jump out of my chair. Hammer Space.
Dude, I'm clapping, I'm waving my arms all over the place. This is like the level of game we love to see, man. Dude. These guys at the top of the food chain.
I loved it. Hammer Space, instead of going for Arborist, who was just iced, he was like, look, Obregon has no spaces out. Munchie Bro's like, we can get a guaranteed kill. Arborist was CC'd, and without a healer, Obregon is very potent. He might have also, been able to heal up Arborist just a little bit somewhat. How? And look at this. Oh no, this could be very bad. Hammer Space already at 60% HP. Gonna blitz on out. Nice multi-arrow to get Arborist on out of the fight. Munchie Bro gonna get that stone off, and Obregon looking like he's majorly hurt. Fire Arrow, Moonburst, Spectro Strike, Goomba Stomp comes in. Hammer Space goes down, but Obregon, is he gonna go down in the meantime? Look at this. He could use the Lighthouse. Is he gonna use it right now? No, he's gonna try and get a space off. Incap comes out. Is he gonna try and do any damage? No, he gave up. He figured, oh my goodness. Obregon just got enough temporary HP, so great play right there. Obregon was so low, but Arborist coming in the clutch. Earth Crush taking out Hammer Space while Munchie Bro was trying to tunnel hard. And that is it. 3-2. Weed and Unicorns are going to be taking second. And Boobergon, which is Arborist, playing the Ravener. And Obregon playing the Blood Priest, probably the best Blood Priest in the world. If not the only good Blood Priest ever. Going to be taking the 2v2. So congratulations to them. Arborist being a part of Team Mushin. Obregon, I don't think he's even on a team, but one of those great, solid, independent players out there, really, doing good communication, impromptu conversation with Arborist to be able to win this 2v2 tournament. And bam, Badao and Shamao. That is going to be it.
Shazam, man. That is just so exciting that you watch it and you get so invested in it that when it's over, you're kind of just like, it's like you won. You're kind of just like, oh my God, dude, I'm just wasted right now. That was way too intense. But so happy we were able to cast those matches for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did because, damn, it is not every day you get to see insane close matches like those. Just good times, completely deserving of that win. It really came down to the wire, and just both of those teams showing such solid play, such well-coordinated burst, and it's so hard to wrap your mind around it because these guys are such a high level of mind games and understanding of the game that we can see anything come out of them. And we just saw that. We just saw some of the best BLC play I've seen to date. And, oh, man, just blown away. I'm speechless.
Dude, at least for 2v2, that's some of the best BLC play I've seen.
Absolutely, man. 2v2 is absolutely, I don't know. You can see some cheese comps come out there, and sometimes, it's just like, oh, wow, this is just completely one-sided because these guys just completely out-comp the other team. But there, all four of those guys knew their classes in and out. They knew the comps in and out. They knew how to coordinate. They knew how to work together. And we just saw insanity games, man.
And actually, there was there's no two comps that were the same in the top 4. Or even in the top 8, I don't think.
Absolutely. We really didn't see what I was expecting, like a bunch of Inhib Astro or super safe comps like that. Pomp Thorn or whatever, Pomp Nomad. We did not see a single Pomp Nomad out there. It's like, I love this. This is kind of the development of the metagame, if we were to talk about it, because it's we're seeing more variety come out. People aren't just like, oh, this is the way it has to be. It's like, no, dude, everybody's still kind of figuring out how this is going to work, and there's so much more experimentation going on. It's like we were saying yesterday, if you like a class, if you feel comfortable playing it, play it. Because look at Obregon, dude. He picked up Blood Priest. He's like, I'm going to get good at this guy. I enjoy playing him. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going to be the best at him. And look at where he's at now, winning tourneys with Blood Priest. That's just so straight up nerd baller that there's no words to describe. So it's like, use that as your inspiration. If you like a Blood Priest and people are ragging on it because, oh, he got nerfed last patch, dude, don't play him. It's like, no, dude, stick with them, get good with them, and own face.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people don't know how to play all the bloodlines optimally. You're probably going to go up against people who are, really efficient in a different bloodline. Or you're going to go up against people who will tell you, who are complete scrubs, and they'll be like, oh, Blood Priest sucks. And it's like, no, you just haven't figured him out, and you don't know how to use him in a team comp. So, actually figure it out first. It takes a while. Blood Priest is probably one of the harder healers. I know all the other healers, and I've played all of them for months on end, extensively. I play a lot of Astronomer and Psychopomp now, but I played Herald before he was, any good. Or before he got nerfed a bit and changed around. And, I played him for months. And, people were just like, whoa, actually Herald can be pretty decent. And, now Alchemist. Everybody's seeing Alchemist. Alchemist had potential before, but it's like, oh, Alchemist, very hard to play. It's positioning. You don't have any kind of true movement displacement ability. It's all you have is a barrier. But look, the top teams in the 3v3 and in some of the 2v2s, some high-ranked teams, use Alchemist because they finally figured out the positioning. They figured out when and how to use all the abilities at the right time to make a very good combo. And, the developers sort of knew this all along too. They're like, haha, these noobs out there, they think this class sucks. They just haven't figured it out yet. And they balanced the game with that in mind. Like, they might not play on these servers all the time, but they play on their like in-house servers, and they have discussions every day about balance and about like, new bloodline mechanics and blood types, whatever. And so, this game is so solid, and I'm surprised we didn't see Reaver at all in 2s. Like, what was going on with that?
Yeah, I was really expecting to see a lot more Reaver play come out at the beginning. But, maybe it's just because he is new. People haven't exactly thought of how to use him yet effectively, or have got to that level with him. Excuse me. It's like we were saying yesterday, dude, it takes time to get used to a bloodline. It takes time to develop, matchup strategies and tactics with a new bloodline.